Good morning. My name is Anna Archer and I'm the head teacher here at the Grove Infant and Nursery School. Some of you know me quite well already because you already have children here at the nursery, but for other people you may have only met me once before at the prospective parent tours that we organised in the autumn term. Either way, welcome everybody. The purpose of the video is to accompany and provide a bit of context for the PowerPoint that we're sending you today. In normal years, we would have invited all the parents of children starting reception in the autumn term to a meeting where we would have shared lots of organisational information with them, and we're not able to do that this year. So we've looked at our PowerPoint, we've expanded some aspects of it and provided a little bit of audio so that we hope if you sit at home and watch this together, you'll have a pretty good idea of what we've got put in place. If you have any questions about this, we've set up an email address which is on the PowerPoint, which will go directly to either myself or to Mrs. Michelle Reed, who's the early years leader, and we'll do our very, very best to answer any questions or queries you have about starting. It is a slightly different time, and so, we do anticipate that people may have concerns. And the important thing is that you know that we're here. We want the same things as you do, so we'll all work together to make sure it works as smoothly as it possibly can. After the information meeting, usually we have a couple of afternoons when children are invited to meet their reception teachers and look at the space that they're going to be learning in. And that's not going to be possible either this year. So we've made a photo book that you can download and share with your child at home, and also each teacher has made a little video which we'll send out next week, which will have pictures of the classroom, and they're also going to share a story with the children. So we hope you enjoy those. The last bit of summer term induction is usually an opportunity to come and have lunch here. That's not going to be possible this year, but in the autumn term, teaching staff are going to be organised into a rota to have their lunch in smaller groups with the children at the very beginning of term, and we hope that this will take the place of that aspect of the transition. When you see the PowerPoint, you'll see that there is a very small section of staggered intake at the beginning, so children coming for half a day and then staying for lunch and then attending for the full session. We always ask people to bear in mind that we're quite a large school horizontally, and so this little bit of staggered time just gives us the capacity to support children and make sure that they have every opportunity to settle well at the beginning of term. So bear with us, it's only a few days, but we find it really, really beneficial. Okay, so all of this is based on a scenario where children return to school in groups of 30. What we've been doing this term with nursery and reception is we've been operating bubbles of 15 children, and that's gone really, really well. We've had to put in place a range of strategies so that children and parents are not grouping together, but we feel perfectly able and capable to organise that. What we hope is that we'll be coming back in groups of 30, in bubbles of 30 in September. And so that's what we've sent out. We've based our planning on that. If indeed we do need to move to a different scenario, then the important thing is that that information is shared with you as sensibly as we can. So the other thing we're going to do is add our new families to our newsletter mailing lists from next week, so that any information that we're sharing about our planning and the basis for that with our existing parents is also shared with you. We're working within a little bit of an information vacuum. There's a lot of new information and guidance coming out from government every week, and so what we've found really useful is sharing that with parents, making sure they know what we're doing and why, and we'll include you in that planning from now onwards. Okay, if we have to operate smaller bubbles in the autumn term, then all that will mean is that there's some kind of part-time timetable organised, and we've canvassed our existing parents on what they would most prefer, and we'll share that with you as soon as it's useful to do so. As it is at the moment, let's hope that the landscape looks a little bit different, and that we are able to come back in larger groups. Okay, thank you very much for listening. As I say, if you do have any questions, you will have a way of communicating those with us. We hope that what you understand is that the safety of children and families and staff remains paramount in all of our planning, but that we're really optimistic that the start of term might be a different normal, but it will be enjoyable, it will be exciting, it will be interesting and stimulating for the children, and we hope that they feel as excited as we do about their start. Thank you very much for listening.